Hey guys, I Saw Bear here, and today we'll be talking about the update 0.022 for the game, Foxhole. Now recently on one of the dev streams, they've said that newer updates will have slightly less content as they're still working hard on the main mechanics behind the game. And yet they still managed to find it in them to give us a pretty hefty weekly update. So let's jump right in. First thing you'll notice is when you are selecting a server, it now says which map the server is on, instead of just saying Foxhole 1, Foxhole 2, or Foxhole Main. It's a minor change, but it definitely helps, and now you'll be able to find which server you'd rather play on. And speaking of maps, here's the newest one, the Endless Shore. This map functions sort of like an archipelago. It's really spacious, has lots of towns, big and small, and much of these islands and towns are connected by lots and lots of bridges. Also new, in the bottom left corner, you can now see the map name displayed next to the date and time. It's a minor change, but this will definitely help newer players memorize which maps are called what. I won't spoil too much, but there's definitely a lot to explore here. I definitely recommend checking out the towns of Saltbrook Channel and checking out the lighthouse on the far eastern end of the map. Next up, the devs have added more armories to each of the maps, and in some locations they've actually doubled the amount of armories. This will let players produce weapons a lot faster. I'm not sure if this is a temporary solution or a permanent one, but either way, we'll be churning out those guns a lot faster. Next change comes to how you'll log out and log in to Foxhole. From now on, upon logging out, your character will remain in the world after you've logged out for 3 minutes. During this 3-minute period, your character will go into a sort of sleeping animation. Your inventory will also be kept on your character, completely intact. If you log back in within those 3 minutes, you will be able to recover your character, assuming he hasn't been shot by an enemy, or by a friendly, by extension. When you re-log into your character within that 3-minute period, your character will keep all his inventory, his guns will still be loaded, and he'll still have any damage taken previously. So from now on, you won't be able to just spawn in the wild, realize you've got a bad spawn, log out, and then log back in immediately to spawn somewhere else randomly. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to walk. But there's definitely some advantages to this. Another change is that player animations have been improved. Now there are unique animations for both drawing your weapon and holstering your weapon. This goes for all weapon types. Minor change, I know, but it definitely makes the characters look a lot better. Next up, gun turrets have been changed so that they'll no longer have a dead zone in the back. From now on, they will track your character by the shortest means possible. You'll still be able to outrun them really easily, but you can't make them dance around in circles anymore. At least not as awkwardly as before. Just be careful, they still pack a punch. Next up, all vehicles, this includes transport trucks and half-tracks at the moment, will be able to ram through sandbag walls. It only makes sense. And now, players will have to set up other structures instead of sandbags to try and stop enemy vehicles on the road. A few other changes include: outposts now start with 1 instead of 10 soldier supplies. A pack of smoke grenades now costs 36 materials instead of 42. Vehicle factory tech part requirements have increased. Level 2 now requires 300 parts, and Level 3 now requires 150 parts. Workshop tech part requirements have also increased. Level 2 now requires 75 tech parts. Half-tracks have had an improvement to their guns. Now it's easier to aim at front-facing targets. There were a few bug fixes, but I'll leave that for the patch notes down below. That about does it for this week. This new map is going to provide a lot of choke points for us to bash our heads over, and I can't wait for this week's weekly war. Just don't lead your platoons a bridge too far. Good luck, keep your heads down, and stay in your foxholes. Bear, out.